Alright, you look on as the prisoner is dragged away from under heavy guard. Okay, this is also the same thing that we've seen. You head to the same seemingly deserted office and once again enter self-consciously. There you are, sighs the wonderful voice of Commander Crane. I was wondering when you would make it back. I guess that everything went relatively smoothly, she asks, and you shake your head, testing to find out if she can really see in the darkness. I can still see you, she confirms, chuckling. Oh man, it's still creepy. But it is good to see someone who has got good instincts. Her chair creaks as she shifts slightly. Well, it seems as though you have made it through part 2 of the test, she continues more seriously. I have already transferred some money to your account for your services rendered, and for now the testing will continue. You are doing well so far, but don't get overconfident. I will send someone to wait for you in the bar if I need you again, she states dismissively. Until then, your time is yours once again. Thank you. There we go. You feel a familiar tap on your shoulder, and you turn to see blah blah blah. Commander Crane wants to see us. Ah, you dropped in, begins the lovely female voice of Commander Crane. Good, I have something that I could use your help on. You hear the familiar creaks of her chair. Do you still want to continue working with the Bureau? Sure. This mission is a little more delicate, she explains, shifting her weight. But as I am sure you can understand, we at the Bureau have to look beyond the little people to people behind them. Occasionally we get lucky, she continues explaining, and we manage by hook or by crook to track down somebody who is surreptitiously raising credits to pay for the activities of our various enemies. Apparently a team of computer financial analysis managed to track down one such person by overlooking his accounts and transactions, she breathes. So we sent in a counter-intel team to round them up, and guess what? They need to be retrieved. Go into Antaria and the Centauri system to pick them up. Once again, she warns, I understand the rebels have been showing up in the area, so take care of yourself. Alright. Another easy mission. Picking up some computer hackers or some such. And I'm being attacked by a rebel. Oh well. You're not worth my time, rebel. As soon as you land, you see a team of uniformed men and 2 women leading a bedraggled and okay, this is pretty much the same thing we've read. Cool, cool. And pick up a bounty while I'm here. Still being chased by this guy. Might have to take him out. Okay. Oh, maybe not. I guess he didn't really follow us. Okay, back to Earth. You look on as the prisoner is dragged away under heavy guard. Okay, same usual thing. You make your way to the seemingly empty office. This time you manage to walk in with some self-assurance. Much better, comments Commander Crane on your entry. It is good to see your confidence rising. By the look on your face, I can see that this last mission is causing you to ask some questions regarding what is actually going on, she continues smoothly. Good, that is exactly what I want. Just remember that the whole point of these missions is to test your loyalty, and you should do okay. The next few episodes should tell us whether you are with us, she continues pleasantly after a slight pause, or against us. Her chair creaks as she shifts slightly as you mull over her last statement and its implications. Regardless, you are doing well so far, she praises sincerely, and as a result, you will find your account a little better off because of it. Keep it up. If I need you again, the usual deal will apply. Okay, don't need to read that. Alright, and we get to go see her again. Welcome to Black Ops, she begins. This operation is highly classified. It's only made legal because of our charter, which gives us exceptional powers of arrest in times of emergency. As you are probably aware, the Third Auroran War has been declared over, because, in reality, while the battles in space are over, we are now warring in the fields of politics and intrigue. We have arrested someone who is deliberately undermining our efforts in these areas, she continues explaining. His name is Farron Kurik. You may have heard of him. You remember something about him being a political activist on the news vids. We can link him to any number of enemy intel agencies, she breathes, and in the last few weeks he has been calling into question our very charter. We want to check him out thoroughly. Go to Gem in the Fomalhaut system and pick him up. Be warned, there's rebels. Okay. Let's go pick this guy up. Alright. Down. This time there's a rebel lightning. Okay, don't care. Land. You barely recognize the hunched, sad-looking figure as the Pharaon Kurik from the news vids. As the counter-intel team brings him past you, he looks at you out of the depths of his misery. I hope you're proud of yourself, he mumbles. You shrug. While you remain unsure about the morality of the tactics used by the Bureau in this spy war, you are worldly enough to know that in war no one is innocent, and sometimes certain actions which would normally be abhorrent are necessary. You are also beginning to realize that Crane is deliberately assigning these missions to you, and possibly even lying about their very nature to see how far you are willing to go. So far, you are unsure as to whether or not this is your thing, but you get the feeling from the way the missions have been ramping up that you will have to make your decision soon. After stowing, restart. You barely recognize the hunched, sad-looking figure as the Farron Kurik from the news vids. As the counter-intel team brings him past you, he looks at you out of the depths of his misery. I hope you're proud of yourself, he mumbles. You shrug. While you remain unsure about the morality of the tactics used by the Bureau in this spy war, you are worldly enough to know that in war no one is innocent, and sometimes certain actions which are normally abhorrent are necessary. You are also beginning to realize that Crane is deliberately assigning these missions to you, and possibly even lying about their very nature to see how far you are willing to go. So far, you are unsure as to whether or not this is your thing, but you get the feeling from the way the missions have been wrapping up that you will make your decision soon. After stowing Mr. Kurik in your cargo bay, the leader of the team comes forward and in a respectful voice tells you that they're ready to go anytime you are. Alright. So, the Bureau seems to be kind of, I don't know, questionable. But, that's just how they work. We'll see. We will see. You look on as Farron Kurik is dragged away under relatively light guard. Your questions regarding the tactics used by the Bureau in this war remain, but for now you have continued to stay loyal to the Bureau. But you get the feeling that crunch time is not too far away. You shake yourself out of your reverie as the leader of the team you ferried back here comes over and thanks you for your help. And Commander Crane wants to see us. Once again you make your way to the seemingly empty office, this time walking in confidently. Welcome back, comes the beautiful voice of Commander Crane. Another successful mission. Things are looking good. It looks as though I might have to step up the timetable for someone as worldly as yourself. But so far, you have performed admirably, she praises you smoothly. I only really have one remaining question as to the level of your loyalty. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait until the right moment presents itself to test you for it. But for now, you are free to do your own thing. If I need you, I'll make contact with you in the bar as usual. You will find a significant sum of money has been transferred into your account. Enjoy yourself, Christopher Walken. Thank you. What was that, about 50,000 credits, I think? Alright. And let's see. We go to her. Excellent, exclaims the lovely voice of Commander Crane. You are just in time. I was going to have to send someone else if you hadn't checked in when you did. You hear the familiar creaks of her chair as her weight shifts. I warn you now, this one will be tough. You have never heard the beautiful voice sound so serious. But you will probably find out exactly the way things stand around here as a result of this mission. Are you interested? Yes. This is another black ops, she explains, but I'm going to be sending you in blind. I want to find out exactly where your loyalties are, and I can only do that by seeing how you react in the field. As usual, we want you to pick up a team and their prisoner, she continues calmly. They're on Port Kane in the Kania system. This is all I want to tell you for now. If you return here, it will either be because you have proved your loyalties or because our enemies have destroyed us. I know which one I'm hoping for. Good luck, Christopher Walken. Thanks, lady. Creepy lady that watches us in the dark. Whoops. Okay. Port Kane. As you pilot your way into one of Port Kane's docks, your comm system lights up and you receive a message from the leader of the counter-intel team you are supposed to be picking up, telling you to meet them in the bar. They need your help on the ground. You wonder what help a single civilian could give, but as soon as you land, you jump out of your ship, leaving the engines hot in case you need to leave quickly and head off towards the bar. You walk in to see the four members of the counter-intel team crouching behind the bar, trying to drag an uncooperative man in a rumpled yet obviously expensive suit towards the door while it's exchanging fire with civilians similarly behind cover trying to pin them down. Help us out here, yells the leader of the Seant team. You are about to draw your blaster and lay down covering fire when the man being manhandled towards the door looks up, and with a shock, you recognize him as the elected Port Kane representative to the Federation Council. Please, he pleads between blows from his captors. I was only trying to set up a meeting with rebel representatives so that they can present their side of the issue. The Bureau can't be allowed to kill freedom of speech as well. Shut up, hisses one of the Seant soldiers, clubbing the politician with her blaster. You realize that you must make your choice. Will you stay loyal to the Bureau, even if it means violating one of the inalienable rights of the Federation? Tough choice.